And for Fighting Irish Preview, I'm Phil Houck in the happy final today. Notre Dame 41, Syracuse 24. The Irish lead from literally the first play of the game until the end, and it was a complete effort by the Irish today. Not perfect by any means, but a complete effort nonetheless. And what we were calling for most of the week came true today. First of all, the offensive line. I said that if the Irish were going to be successful today, that offensive line would probably vie for most valuable player honors today, and I think they should be the MVP of this game. The Irish rushed for 246 yards and were just not to be denied all day long on the ground. An outstanding effort by the offensive line, very dominant against that outmanned and undersized front for Syracuse. And Audric Estime, we said that he had needed a bounce-back game after kind of landing in the doghouse last week after his third fumble of the season. Well, he bounced back all right. 20 carries, 123 yards. Really showed a nice burst of speed a few times as he bounced to the outside after getting through the line. He had 2 touchdowns today and no fumbles. That's the really happy number. Logan Diggs chipped in a pretty good day himself. 20 carries, 85 yards, 1 touchdown by him. And the other thing that we called on all week long, another thing, turnovers. And the Irish got 2 of them today. First multi-turnover game on the season after an incredibly pathetic drought for the Irish all season long. They get 2 turnovers today. Almost had a third. Got called back by a penalty in the fourth quarter. And special teams. And we talked about how special the special teams have been this year. Well, they came up big in that fourth quarter. Blocked another punt, their 5th of the season. Unbelievable. 5 block punts now through 8 games. And that's just unheard of. And it really keyed a 17-7 in favor of the Irish outburst in the fourth quarter while the game was still in doubt. And let's talk about a complete game for the Irish as well. Like we said, led from the start all the way to the finish. That first play started off good. Brandon Joseph with the pick 6. You can't start any better than that. And it was a 4-quarter effort by the Irish indeed. So the Irish, they go to 5-3, and they take some momentum into a clash next week against a little old team called Clemson. Clemson, who's undefeated. They were idle today. Of course, that game will be at home next week for the Irish. And that's a big one. If the Irish are going to completely turn their season around, and they can do that with a win next week, they could end up with a really nice year. But that's a big matchup next week against undefeated Clemson, and they're ranked number 5. So, for Fighting Irish Preview, I'm Phil Houck, and that's a wrap.